Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Prince of Persia 2008. I figured we'd start on uh, the home screen, the title screen, for our what is probably going to be our final episode. If I had to guess, which I don't, but like if I had to guess, this will be our final one. That's interesting. Autosave is listed before our last actual save, and this is like a good bit after it. So, yeah, I have some idea of what to expect in this episode, but it has been like a decade since I last played this, so we'll see how accurate my memories are. Let's get into it.
After all this, it comes down to the next few minutes. This is going to give me one strange story to tell. Let's go and put a god back in prison. 4 corrupted, several hundred soldiers gone, 1 god to go. Don't worry, princess. We're almost there.
You think bad things only happen to bad people?
Elika, you're the most dedicated person I've ever met, and look where that got you.
Really interesting that all of these are just him.
Want to play a game?
Okay, never
Come on,
mind.
it'll be fun.
The world's about to end, and you want to play a game?
Might as well die happy.
What sort of game is this?
Well, I see something, and you have to guess what it is.
How can I guess that?
You just guess.
Grass.
No.
Rock.
You?
This is a stupid game.
Subtitles couldn't really keep up with it.
Want another go?
No. Path.
No.
This is impossible.
We
The
gotta
game would be
find out.
easier if we played it by the rules.
There are rules?
Yeah. I tell you the first letter.
Then why didn't you do that?
You didn't give me a chance.
Can we get to the fertile ground?
S.
Are you still playing that game?
S.
Sky.
Hey, you got it. Okay, your turn. Come on, your turn.
For what? C.
Corruption.
Yes. Can we go on?
S.
Sky again?
Now you're getting it?
You picked Sky again?
No, but you're getting a hang of the rules.
Oh, thanks. They're so complex, I was worried they might evade me.
S.
Scar.
No.
Scarf?
No.
Shrine?
Aha! No.
I give up.
It's too soon to give up.
I give up!
Soulless follower of Ahriman.
I am amazed no one threw you overboard on your sea trips.
Very cute. All right. Let's see. We're here. We want to get here. I don't super want to fast travel directly to the temple, so what we'll do is we'll fast travel to another spot. Let's go here. Perfect. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Boop, boop. Oh, you know what? I actually do want to maybe... Can I? Like, this feels fitting, actually. This is... This is the first one that we ever did, so it feels fitting that we would start here. Of course, I say that, but like, I'm doing a terrible job. It's gonna try and grab a few of those thingamajigs, but oh, I wonder if maybe... No, that doesn't make sense. Elika, get out of the way. Yeah, no. Huh. I'm honestly not sure what the game wants from me here. Unless there's another plate somewhere over that way that I'm not noticing. Plate.
seed helps us.
Hey. Alright. That feels good to finally get those. It's been a long time coming, obviously. Still not, you know, completion in here, but feels good to, you know, get some degree of closure on this area. I did look up, by the way. There's no reward for getting all of the light seeds, which, I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised by. Like, there's not even a costume or anything. I suspect that this might be a case of they had planned to do some like bonus costumes and stuff, and it just got cut. Like, it just never made it. That might be a case of, you know, there was work that was going to be DLC, and it just didn't happen. Much the way that this game does not have the DLC, full stop. I don't know. Uninstall. Alright, here we go. Never have figured out these thingies, which I suspect are relevant. Let's take a look. Let's see what we can find out.
Let's go.
Elka, do you want to interact with this thing at all? Nope. We'll find then. We'll leave these things for later in the episode. Boom, boom, boom. That's fun. It's actually, the camera is kind of taking itself out of my control. Like, it's trying to get like these big dramatic shots of this. Not used to seeing him and her there. Alright. Oh, cool. Are we gonna do a hey, you've got all the powers sequence? I think that's what we're doing. I'm on board with that. I'm super on board with that. Kind of a final test of our platforming prowess. Is this the shortest green in the whole game? Let's see if I can get this first try. I'll feel mighty embarrassed if I don't. interesting that in this section it's very clearly geometry-based outlines. I'll see if I can... Oh. We very nearly fucked that one up specifically. Alright, so what do I mean by geometry-based outlines? If you look at this building, you see how, I can't really indicate it very well, but like the edge of the building has like a highlight, you know, it's got an edge. That is done in 3D in geometry. Usually the process that artists will do is they'll make the model, then they'll copy the whole model, paste it back onto itself, and expand what they've pasted slightly, and then they'll flip all of the faces, so the outside will become an inside face, thus creating an outline that you can see. And you usually give it a different texture and stuff. It's really clear in Okami, if you ever want to see like a great example of that style.
Heroes are supposed to arrive in the nick of time. I think we missed our entrance.
I forgive you.
Then let us live. Let us free. There is no reason to fear. I only wanted you to live.
You took my life. You twisted everything I lived for.
There must be an end. Let us leave together. Elika, set me free.
All right. Whoa! Punched her right in the face. Sure why that didn't work. Fellas, we need to get out of the corner here. This is a terrible place to be. I'm unfortunately getting Elika punched in the face a lot. Sorry, Elika. I'm a little surprised that you let me walk up on him like that. arena is a problem for this combat system. Like, we're spending more time, like, recovering from the, like, getting to the edge of our play area than we are, like, actually playing. Case in point, like, this should have been a cool finisher moment, but there we go. That went well, I'd say.
No! Father, no!
Yeah, this definitely wasn't good timing.
Quickly! We must reach that plate! Hang on!
Oh, okay.
Here goes!
This is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't clear to me there that that was a spot that we needed to run across, but that's okay. This feels like maybe... Feels like maybe this is a reference to the original? I will say, like, the idea of playing the game from the Big Bad's
What now?
perspective is cool.
Go, go! No, no!
Like, I like it conceptually. It just feels weird because it's something that we haven't done before, you know?
The light won't go out!
Up, I assume. Oh, come on. We were so close to it. That's fine. That's fine.
Keep going!
Let's let the hitbox for this subside a little bit first.
The light will not fail!
Come on, climb, climb!
You would serve a false god. You would turn your back on fortune.
I've got you!
Oh. Well, we kind of messed that up there at the very end, but that's fine. Alright, rule of 3, I assume?
What now?
My name is whispered on the wind, shouted in the sky.
Come on, Prince. We need to skedaddle.
Do you have to keep me prisoner?
Doing this really, like, it draws a lot of attention to any time that Elika, like, slows you down, which is shenanigans, right?
All this is mine for the taking.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I was not expecting that perspective shift. That one felt a little sloppy on my part, but it's fine. We're fine.
Protect us!
But this right there, where like we reach our arm back to catch her and pull her onto our back, like that's a cute detail. I like it from like a character interaction perspective, but it feels bad when you're like on the clock, you know? Slow-mo. Delicious. Ouch.
We did it! Elika, we did it! Elika?
Sorry.
No!
See, this right here, this moment, this is what carries the game for me. That inversion of, the life's sprouting everywhere. Usually we're so happy about that. We feel so good about it. And in this case, you're like, oh shit. Oh no. look at our arena that we did. The credits coming in while we carry our body out. I think this is so good. Like, I know that for some people it didn't work. I remember vividly arguing with my roommate back in college about this. But, like, I think this works so well. This is why I'm nostalgic about this game. I will say, now, in 2026, playing this, it does feel like, you know, the game was counting on you interpreting some things correctly, like jumping to some logical lengths. I could totally see someone get here and not understand that she's not gonna make it. Just be like, oh, well, she passed out. She's just having a little sleep. That's not what the game is saying.
With the fading of the light.
All you must do is ask.
The asking is yours.
You know what it is that I ask. If you would have yours.
Then give me mine.
Alright, let's go through the trees in the order that we cleared the areas. Now, here's a thing where I don't totally trust my memories. Earlier in the episode, we came here and we climbed up to that tree over there because I was like, shouldn't this tree be alive? Shouldn't we have brought it back? It's possible that the trees...
The light that brings the trees. Mine has been imprisoned.
It's possible that the trees come back if you, like, you know, complete the areas or something. Or it could just be that they come back when you do this sequence. It's not clear to me. Oh, I see what I need to do. No, what? Prince. So, yeah, in my memories, these are trees that we had been resurrecting one at a time. I don't know if that's actually the case or if I'm just misremembering. or maybe there's some conditional stuff that we just didn't complete this time around. I genuinely don't know. Oh. Not far enough, I guess. But yeah, the idea really appealed to me when I first played this game of you've spent the whole game bringing life back, and now to save her, you have to cut down the trees. And now, like playing this now, I'm impressed by their restraint here, how much they're trusting the player to understand what's being asked of them in a way that I don't think would fly in 2026. Like at the very minimum, I don't think that the captions would just say Ahriman whispering. I think there would be like actual captions saying what he's saying. This is also just like, this is a long section. Like they make you sit with it, which I like. I think that that's a good thing. I think that that adds to the heft. I can totally see why people would be like, this section, you're making me sit here and be like unhappy for a really long time. So I acknowledge that it's not going to work for everyone. That is okay. Oh, Prince. I have had some... I'm assuming that I'm just like messing up the timing of the inputs here, but... There we go. Alright, last tree. It's really interesting the way that while we're in here, we get this little bit of vignette effect. Like there's a little bit of blue around the edges of the screen that will go away as soon as I walk away. We should acknowledge just how Shadow of the Colossus-y some of this is. Like her on the altar there, very Shadow of the Colossus. Which of course came out a few years before this. So that it was almost certainly like them being like, this is awesome. We want to be doing some of the same stuff that Shadow of the Colossus was doing. Not totally sure why the camera looked up like that. Was it to emphasize that Ormazd is watching?
What injury have I done to you?
That you have not done to me.
Mine has been the imprisonment.
Mine has been the pain. I will be free.
Oh, dang it. Well, no way to get it back now. Having us carry it is a really interesting choice. And having it show up in the UI in the corner, also an interesting, like you can really tell this is from the era of game companies trying to figure out like how can we blend gameplay mechanics, gameplay systems with narrative. And you know, companies are still doing that. We're still finding interesting ways to achieve ludonarrative harmony. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting like things of like, can we like make the collectibles in this game part of the story? Yes.
Why? What is one grain of sand? What is one grain of sand?
Felt a little weird the way the music cut itself off there. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this game objectively. So, let me preface everything I'm about to say with the more I like a game, the more critical I am of it. When I am invested in something, that's when the like close examination starts happening. And that does create the kind of unfortunate thing where like it seems like I'm really down on something, like saying a lot of really like harsh things or like critical things, and it's like no, like yes, I mean them, like that they're in my opinion true, but it's not because I don't like something. If I didn't like something, I just wouldn't talk about it. So take everything I'm saying here with in the spirit that I mean it, which is like, this is, I think, a really lovely game. It's very special to me, but I do acknowledge it has issues, and some of those issues are clearer to me now, having replayed it in 2026 than they were when I played it originally. The main issue, really, I think, is actually the light seeds. So, like, there's the problem we mentioned earlier in the episode, where, there's no reward for collecting them all. So that feels weird, especially because, you know, we're gamers. We're gonna want to collect all of them. And like we collected in this playthrough way more than we needed for the progression gating. Now the reason for having the light seeds would be to get the player to actually like explore the world and like go around and do the platforming. That's fine. We want that. We want the players to do the stuff. But the way that the game is set up, you've basically got rooms that have routes that connect to each other. And the map actually makes this pretty obvious. The way that the map works, you have nodes and lines between the nodes. Those lines, those routes between each section are one way. So like you run down them pretty much, and you're going to collect one set of light seeds, and then you need to turn around and run back to get the other set of light seeds that are on the other side of the route. And that doesn't feel great, but is fine. But then that means that you now, if you want to continue from point A to point B, you now need to do the route from A to B a second time. And now there's no light seeds. And you're feeling like, this is just like repeating the same work that I've already done. And that's not even acknowledging the fact that to get to Area A in the first place, you had to go in there while it was corrupted and clear the corruption. So you might have already done the same route that you're doing right then, but while there's like some gunk on the walls, and it's not enough gameplay variety while you're doing it. The sequences are very predetermined. Like the timing of getting from point A to point B is pretty set, because you're doing the same thing. You run along the wall, grab the hook, run along the wall again, climb the thing, jump over the gap, do the friendship jump over the bigger gap. Like it's the same sequence each time. There's no room for skill expression. It's all very pass-fail. And the fail state in this game is not really a fail state. Like, you know, Elika saves you, which at the time, a lot of people were really not fans of. They did not like the Elika wouldn't let you die. I think it's fine, especially in 2026. We're used to this idea, but people wanted the old Sands of Time mechanic back, and I can't really blame them, because the Sands of Time mechanic did introduce a lot of interesting nuance to the game. Let's talk about combat real quick. This game's combat system is fine, but it's not terribly deep. I liked that bosses were like essentially referencing off of each other. Like whichever boss you did first would have the fewest mechanics unlocked, and then the next one would have another mechanic unlocked, and so on and so forth. That did make the game's difficulty curve feel correct. Like, okay, the game is getting more complex as we go, but it never really got that complicated in the combat stuff. It was really a question of, all right, let me learn when the deflects are so that I can then do whatever move I need to do to punch through the defense that this boss has. It's not that satisfying, is what I'm saying. There wasn't that much variety to it. Like, you basically knew you fought the second boss, and now you know how the final boss is gonna be, if that makes sense. And it's not that different from the first, like, regular dude you meet. Speaking of regular dudes, there were hardly any. Like, you didn't do much like normal combat, and I believe that's, again, this game sort of referencing off of Shadow of the Colossus, all the encounters matter sort of idea, except we do still have, like, minor corrupted dudes that we can easily deal with by just like tossing them over an edge. So that felt not great, not terrible, but like it felt like to me there could have been more depth with collecting the light seeds and like investing them in the areas or something to make them safer, get rid of enemies, get rid of hazards. I don't know. It felt like there was room for stuff to be better. And more varied. Things needed to be more varied. Speaking of variety, the special abilities. So we get the different plate abilities, and the fact that they're tied to plates is already kind of a problem, because it means that you can only use them in very specific contexts, and that's a little bit of a problem, because they don't super feel like upgrades anymore. They just feel like keys. I'm doing a bug board for this game. I'm doing critiques of anyone who wants to make a spiritual successor. Things to think about and maybe not do. So like having the powers be tied to plates isn't inherently bad, but it does turn them effectively into keys, and most of the keys operate the same way. I mentioned it during the playthrough, but only the green one really felt different. The others, blue, yellow, and red, were all essentially variants of jump from one plate to the next one. At least with the yellows, we were flying and you had to like dodge stuff in midair, which I guess makes them kind of like the green ones. I don't know. It feels like there's so, like, when magic's on the table, there's so many cool options that we could have done for them, and we just didn't. Instead, we had plates that connected to each other and like let you parkour around following a very prescribed sequence, which I didn't love. Speaking of prescribed sequences, man, I'm actually segueing great here. The conversations, I'm pretty sure that the conversations are just a linear sequence with maybe some like interjections of like, are you in this particular area? Okay, put this at the top of the sequence for them to talk about like, oh yeah, the air here is polluted, or there used to be plants in this garden, whatever. I really liked the conversations. I thought they were very good. I would have loved if the game, like if the prince was keeping notes about like what they were talking about or something, some sort of journal that we could look at in the UI, in the pause screen, to get an idea of like, where are we on these? How far along are we? Because I still don't know, like, did I listen to half the conversations? 90%? 10%? There's no way for me to know short of sitting there and just spamming the T button. which isn't great. I would have also loved to have, like, if you like held down the conversation button, give you a little dialogue wheel like in Mass Effect and let you choose, hey, what do you want to talk about? Are you looking for a hint of where to go next? Do you want to talk about the boss of the area? Do you want to talk about this region in general? Do you want to just flirt? Like, the game's carried by the relationship between the prince and Elika, and I just think that a little bit more player input on that would have gone a long way to just like letting us know like where we're at, which is not strictly necessary, but I would have liked it. Speaking of Elika, these are some long ass credits. Yeah, they're pretty long. I really liked the voice acting for Elika. I don't love the voice acting for the prince. Mostly just because I feel like Nolan North is the wrong guy. Like, he did a good job here. I think that he gave the performance that the directors were asking from him. I just don't, like, when you hear Nolan North's voice, you don't think a guy from Persia. Like, it just, and I don't think that he should have done, like, a Persian accent or something. That would have been, don't do that. Just cast a Persian to play your Prince of Persia. Just saying. What else? I mean, obviously, this game's beautiful. The art has really stood the test of time. It still looks good today. You know, freaking 20 years later, it still looks great. Like, the sound is still pretty good. I do feel like there weren't as many songs as I feel like there should have been, or the songs sounded enough like each other that they sort of blended together for me. I don't know. It didn't feel like there was a different, like, recognizable melody for each different area or each different boss. Maybe there was, and I just wasn't picking up on it. Hard to say. Let's see, what else? I personally would have loved some, like, totally optional extra collectibles to find in the environment. I didn't feel like there was much reason to just, like, poke around. And again, that gets back to the whole, like, the rooms connect to each other in very linear ways. You're stuck on very, like, tightly constrained paths. And so there's just not much space for you to, like, go off the path and find hidden little things. I realize this is kind of me asking for the game to be a different thing, but, like, I think about games like Jak and Daxter, Banjo-Kazooie, you know, any of thousands of collectathon platformer type games that give you a lot of freedom to, like, follow in an area, even if that area is kind of, you know, pathed. I wish this game had done more of that. All right. Copyright 2008, Ubisoft Entertainment. Also, why doesn't this game have controller support? That's nonsense. Now, I'm curious, before we finish this up, I'm very curious, what is it gonna do so far as, like, autosaves and save slots? I'm betting it didn't save a damn thing. Alright, so there's the autosave here. We're gonna click into this just to see where it pops us out. I'm betting that this is after saving Elika? Or after, yeah. Alright, so we're going to save that properly. And then we're gonna quit back out to the main menu. You know, we've got our save now. Yeah, I kind of think that's it. I am pretty happy with this ending. Like, it leaves a lot of big open questions, right? Like, Elika asking why as the prince carries her away, and Ahriman flying over them in a wave of darkness. that to me is a satisfying ending to this story. Obviously, there is the epilogue DLC. Unfortunately, does not exist for the PC version, which is what we're playing. So I don't have a way to play that DLC and see the true ending, so to speak. YouTube, if you guys want me to like find a VOD of that and do like a reaction to it, let me know in the comments down below. But if there's not interest, I won't do it. I feel a little weird doing a reaction to someone else's gameplay. But like I said, I don't have a way to actually play it myself, short of dusting off some old PlayStation hardware and figuring out how to capture it, which I guess maybe we could try and do. I don't even know if the stores still sell that DLC. Feels actually pretty likely that they don't, which is classic Ubisoft. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end it. YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough of A Programmer Plays Prince of Persia 2008. It was more critical than I expected it to be. What is this? I don't know that I've ever sat on the home screen long enough for that to happen. Is this just like a gameplay trailer? Is this for Blockbuster? I think this might be the original E3 trailer, but with like different music. That's hilarious. Gosh, the frame rate is rough. Yeah, so I do plan to play the new Prince of Persia Metroidvania. Fingers crossed it is good. I've heard good things, but I've not heard a lot because I want to stay spoiler free. But I did want to play this game before that, just to like refresh my memory and, you know, see if I can see more of what's like if they make references to this, essentially is what I'm getting at. Oh, that's a thing that I kind of wish this game had done. So we have these like combos, right? It would have been great if the game like acknowledged like, hey, you have now performed a combo that you haven't performed before. That could have been great. It didn't work that way, but you know, I would have liked it. So yeah, that's where we're gonna end it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next series. Bye!